Hey Joel, how's it going?
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Very good seeing you again.
Yeah, you too. What happened to those Patriots? I thought you said they were gonna win.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Tom Brady, he led them on that game-winning drive, but he couldn't get that two-point conversion.
You could. That was a good game, though.
It was very
What do you
good.
think about the Super Bowl?
I got the Panthers easy.
I really hope the Broncos pull it out. I want Peyton Manning to go out on top.
That would be cool if he went out like John Elway did, winning a Super Bowl, but he's too old for that, man.
It's fitting that he plays.
He's throwing ducks. Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
He's getting old.
Yeah.
So last time we met, we talked about your tire issue you got going on.
Yep.
They're not meeting your quality standards.
Right. Yep. I'm not super happy with my current tire deal. Like we said, we feel like we had one big issue with them a year ago when they didn't handle it very well. We had some faulty tires. They weren't like quick to respond. They weren't quick to help us fix the problem. It cost us a little bit of money. Made some customers unhappy. So yeah, that's our.
What kind of problems are you seeing with those tires?
They just weren't. The tread was wearing out. They weren't lasting as long as they were saying they were lasting per customer reports. They were supposed to last us for 60,000 miles. They were only intending to last like 30, 40, which is on the lower side for tires. We got pretty consistent feedback from some of our GM customers that that's what they were experiencing on the tires that they were needing to replace after like 30,000 miles. Yeah, that's one of our biggest issues right now, and obviously the lack of attentiveness by Firestone, because
So what's happening if you continue to use your tires? What's worst case scenario, I guess?
Worst case scenario is that just our customers get kind of fed up with it. They if we consistently start out with them like if we constantly supply them with like bad tires, they're gonna like start thinking of GM as less of a quality brand and more like maintenance required. And we want to make sure that our name is always associated with like durability and good like customer service and quality cars.
All right, so those tires aren't lasting they're not even lasting half their lifetime. Is that possibly like a recall?
I mean, we haven't yet, just because a lot of the customers don't. We haven't necessarily told all the customers that we guarantee them 60,000 miles or whatever, but like we personally know that's how long they're supposed to last when we purchase them from Firestone. So yeah, I mean, it's not recall level just because the customers don't necessarily know that guarantee, but it's definitely something that's not good. It's definitely not a quality tire.
How is this impacting your bottom line? It sounds like you guys have to replace a lot of tires.
Yup, replacing a lot of tires. Customers are a little unhappy about it. They haven't been well pleased with just like the maintenance of it. Yeah, it's just been affecting the GM brand name being associated with quality vehicles.
So last time I told you I'd bring some samples, and I brought those today.
Okay.
So this is run of the mill, like a middle tire. It's good for snow and good in summer.
Okay.
It's a 60,000 mile tire. It will last 60,000 miles guaranteed. And that's sort of your standard tire. It's pretty cheap as well. I also have summer tires and winter tires because it doesn't really make sense to put a tire that's built for winter on a car that's going to be sold in Florida.
Right.
And then vice versa, we have tires for northern states like in Minnesota where it doesn't make sense to have, good summer tires on your car.
Definitely.
So
one thing that I'd like to see that I wish I would have asked from Firestone is I'd like to see some data and some customer feedback showing that those tires will last for 60,000 miles.
Okay.
Like to see like some lab reports of it maybe, or maybe not necessarily that, but
we put our tires through some rigorous tests. Our R&D department is very busy with these tires. We can definitely give you some copies of our results, and then we can get some customer feedback, send those over to you.
Very cool.
And then we can see where that takes us.
Another thing that I would like to look into getting is if the tires are consistently not lasting 60,000 miles, I'd like an insurance policy, so that you will replace the tires for free to the customers. If
we can get you a good money back guarantee or a good return policy on that.
Okay.
But I have no doubt that these tires are going to last the full 60.
Very cool.
We also do have more options than these in our catalog. I can give you a catalog if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
And then, so what you have a lot of assembly plants around the country.
Yep.
What kind of numbers are you thinking?
So for how many tires?
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a rough estimate right now, so you can team look into it. We can give you something more specific at our next meeting when we're talking about like specifics. So like I'd say roughly.
Because I know one of your plants can produce about 1,000 cars a day, and you have quite a few plants.
Yeah. So per month, I'd say like 50 million.
50 million. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can definitely meet those needs. If you want to meet in a couple of weeks, we can get you a proposal. I can bring you that catalog and you can let me know if you see any other tires that will fit your needs, and then I can get you your customer service, the testaments from their customers, and then I can get you everything you need. So
for sure, sounds good.
So sort of in summary, you are definitely having some issues with your current tires not lasting quite as long as they should be.
Yep.
Your tires, your contract with Firestone, tell me about that.
It was a 3-year contract at the time. We got like 6 months remaining on it. I don't have a huge, like I'm not hugely inclined to necessarily even spend out the duration of the 6-month period with them.
Right.
They haven't been great business partners. So yeah, we got 6 months left, not that long anyways, but I don't even necessarily need to finish that contract with them.
Okay. So next time we meet, I can bring everything we talked about. Like bring me in a proposal how many tires you might need in a given quarter.
Sounds great. Just send me some of that information that I asked for, like some of the research and development, some of the customer information, email before the meeting, so we can get it all straightened out and we can talk exact figures at the next one.
And then you can even keep these samples if you need to.
Sure. Sounds good.
So, I'll see you next week.
Yep, nice meeting with you.
Yep.